The sky above Earth had turned strange that night. It was not dark, not like a normal night, but alive with lights that flickered like broken stars. People looked up from their homes, their cars, and the streets, pointing and whispering. Then the world saw it. Massive ships descended from the clouds, silent but glowing. They were not like anything humans had ever built. Smooth, dark, and enormous, each one blocked out the moon. And then the broadcast started. At first, it was just static on every screen. Television, phone, internet, it didn't matter. Every device flickered, and then, suddenly, clear images appeared. Millions of people watched in horror as the aliens revealed themselves. They were tall, thin, with gray skin that shimmered under their lights. Their eyes were black, deep pools that seemed to see into the soul. And they were killing, live. On screens across the world, humans screamed, ran, and fell. 10 million people, the alien said, were being executed in real time. There was no warning, no negotiation. The alien spoke in a cold, mechanical voice, amplified for all to hear. Your species is weak. You are irrelevant. We decide who survives. Cities erupted into chaos. People ran through streets, screaming and crying. Governments tried to respond, but fighter jets, missiles, and satellites failed instantly. The alien ships did not move like anything humans had ever known. They could vanish, reappear, and destroy with unimaginable precision. In a small, abandoned factory on the outskirts of what was left of New York, a group of humans huddled together. They were not soldiers, not politicians, not scientists, just ordinary people. But tonight, ordinary would not be enough. Maya, the leader of the small resistance, stared at the flickering screens. Her hands shook. She had seen death before, but never like this. It's everyone, she whispered. Her voice cracked. 10 million gone. Beside her, Aaron, her younger brother, clenched his fists. He was angry, furious, but also terrified. We can't just watch them kill more people, he said. We have to do something. Maya turned to him, her eyes burning with fear and determination. Do what? They can see everything. Every move we make. Every thought. Aaron swallowed hard. He hated admitting fear, but it was real. There has to be a weakness. Everything has a weakness. The room fell silent. Outside, the city trembled as alien energy beams cut through buildings like paper. But then, something unexpected happened. The broadcast suddenly flickered. A new signal appeared, a strange pulse of light and sound. The aliens did not control it. It was human, but it was like nothing anyone had ever seen. A voice spoke through the interference. Earth is not yours to destroy. Not yet. Everyone froze. Their hearts pounded. Could it be real? Who had sent this message? A hacker? Another country? Or something else? The signal continued, showing glimpses of a strange energy source deep beneath the earth. Blue and green lights pulse, moving like veins of life. The resistance members stared, wide-eyed. The energy seemed alive, intelligent. Maya whispered, This could be it. This could be our chance. Aaron nodded, his fear now mixed with hope. We have to find it. We have to try. But before anyone could move, the aliens noticed the interference. Their black eyes appeared on the screens, now focusing on the city. The voice boomed. You hide. You resist. You will be erased. The lights outside flickered, then strengthened. The aliens were coming closer, faster than before. The resistance realized they had only hours, maybe minutes, to act. If they failed, Earth would fall completely. Maya grabbed a small metal case from under the table. Inside were maps, old equipment, and whatever tools they could use. She looked at her team. We leave now, she said. We don't have a choice. The aliens think they are gods. But Earth has a secret they do not understand. As they ran into the night, dodging alien patrols and burning cars, the city behind them became a nightmare. Screams echoed, buildings fell, and the alien ships glowed brighter, like predators hunting in a forest. But deep beneath the ground, the strange blue-green energy pulsed. It was calling to them, a heartbeat of hope against the alien terror. Somewhere, far above, the aliens paused. Their perfect plan had been interrupted. Something ancient and powerful, hidden for millions of years, had awakened. And for the first time, humanity had a chance to fight back. Maya looked down at her hands, clenched tight around the case. "We fight," she said, voice low but fierce. "Not just for us, for everyone who is gone. They may have killed millions, but they will never take Earth itself." And with that, the resistance disappeared into the darkness, racing toward a secret that could save, or doom, the entire planet. The broadcast continued, but now, the viewers saw something new, fear on the aliens' faces. Something alive, something unstoppable, had begun to stir. The night was filled with fire. Alien ships hovered over every city, their massive shadows swallowing streets, buildings, and parks. The sky was alive with their strange lights, moving silently like predators hunting prey. Maya and her small team ran to the ruins of New York, ducking behind toppled cars and shattered walls. The streets were empty, or at least empty to the living. Smoke and ash filled the air. Every sound felt amplified. A distant crash, a muffled scream, the hum of alien engines above. "They are everywhere," whispered Aaron, keeping close to his sister. His eyes scanned the sky. "How could we even fight them?" Maya didn't answer. She couldn't. She only knew one thing: survival. They had to reach the energy source hinted at in the strange broadcast. It was their only hope. As they moved, they saw the aliens more clearly. The beings were terrifying, like nothing humanity had imagined. Their bodies were long and thin, almost skeletal, but strong. Their arms ended in sharp, claw-like appendages, and their eyes, the black, endless eyes that seemed to read thoughts, judging, probing, knowing every fear. "They are hunters," said Lien, the group's engineer, voice trembling. "Not soldiers. Hunters. They track, they predict, they kill." Suddenly, a bright beam of light shot down from one of the ships. A human hiding in the alley screamed, frozen in terror. In an instant, he was gone. Just a puff of smoke and scorched concrete remained. The resistance froze. The aliens were learning, adapting, and striking faster than humans could react. "We can't fight them head-on," Maya said. "We move underground. The tunnels, the old subways. They won't see us coming there." The group ducked into a forgotten subway entrance, the metal stairs groaning under their weight. Below, the tunnels were dark and narrow, echoing with the distant hum of alien engines above. It was claustrophobic, frightening, but safer than the streets. As they moved deeper, they noticed something strange. The air seemed warmer, lighter, almost alive. Lien's hands shook as he touched the walls. "The energy, it's getting stronger. We're close." Aaron's eyes widened. "Close to what?" Maya didn't answer. She couldn't yet. There was no time for questions. Every step might be their last. Above ground, the aliens paused. Something had caught their attention. Their massive ships rotated slowly, scanning the city. Black eyes glowed in every direction. They sensed the energy, the interference from a broadcast. Something ancient and hidden was moving, something they did not understand. Back in the tunnels, the team found a small room, sealed by rusted metal doors. Inside, the walls pulsed with a strange light. Blue and green veins ran like rivers through the stone. It was the energy from the broadcast, alive, moving, almost breathing. Lien gasped. "It's beautiful and terrifying." Maya stepped forward, her hand hovering over the glowing veins. A warmth spread through her fingers, filling her with courage. This is what we need," she said. "This is our weapon." Aaron bent closer, eyes wide. "Weapon? Can we really fight them with this?" Before Maya could answer, the ground trembled. Alien soldiers had found a weak point in the tunnels. Their claws scraped against metal, their black eyes glowing. They had followed the human scent, or perhaps the energy itself. Maya grabbed a small device from her bag. Pressing a button, the energy pulsed violently, sending a shock wave through the tunnel. The aliens hissed, retreating slightly, but they would not stop. They were relentless. Lien looked at Maya. "It's alive. It's fighting with us." Maya nodded. "Then we fight with it." We have no choice. Above, one of the alien ships unleashed a massive beam, hitting the street directly above the tunnel. Concrete cracked, steel bent, and the world shook. But deep below, the energy shielded the team. The aliens could destroy buildings, but they could not yet destroy what was hidden. The Resistance realized something important. Earth itself, or something beneath it, was alive, and it had chosen them as its protectors. Maya looked at her team, determination blazing in her eyes. We survive. We find the heart of this power, and we show them they cannot control Earth. Aaron clenched his fists. Let them come. We are ready. And somewhere far above, the aliens paused again. For the first time, their black eyes showed something new. Curiosity, fear. The tunnels were alive. Every step Maya and her team took made the walls hum with energy, the veins of blue and green light pulsing faster, as if sensing their presence. The air smelled of metal and earth, sharp but not unpleasant. It was a living place, waiting, watching. This is incredible, Lien whispered. His fingers brushed over the glowing veins. It's like the earth itself is awake. Maya nodded but kept her eyes on the dark tunnel ahead. We can't celebrate yet. The aliens are still out there. And if they find this place, her voice trailed off, but everyone understood. Aaron, usually restless and anxious, felt a strange calm here. Do you think it can fight for us? He asked softly. Maya looked down at him. I don't know, but it has to. We're running out of time. They moved deeper, the tunnel twisting and turning, leading them to a massive chamber. It was vast, far bigger than any subway station. The walls glowed with intricate patterns of energy, and at the center was a structure that looked like a combination of machine and crystal. It hummed, almost like a heartbeat, casting shimmering light across the chamber. This is it, Maya said, stepping closer. The heart of the power. Lien's eyes widened. It's alive. I can feel it. As they approached, the heart pulsed brighter. Strange symbols floated in the air, rearranging themselves as if reading their thoughts. The team froze. The energy wasn't just powerful, it was intelligent. It knew them, and somehow, it trusted them. Suddenly, a low rumble shook the chamber. The aliens had found a weak entry point near the city above. Their massive ships hovered, scanning, and small patrol drones began descending. Time was running out. We have to act, Maya said. Whatever this is, it's our only chance. Lien pressed a few buttons on his portable console, trying to interface with the heart. Streams of light connected from his device to the structure, and the chamber trembled. Then, almost imperceptibly, one of the drones above the city faltered. Its engine sputtered, sparks flying, and it crashed to the street below. Aaron gasped. It worked. It actually worked. Maya's eyes shone with hope. Not fully, but it's the first step. The energy of the heart pulsed again, stronger this time. A wave of warmth spread through the chamber, and the veins of light extended, reaching into the tunnels like roots. They seemed to connect with the city above, sensing every alien ship, every weapon, every movement. They're watching us, Lien said, but now we can watch them too. The team realized that the heart could protect them, but it could do more. It could fight back, and in the right hands, it could turn the tide. Maya looked at her team. We have to learn to control it. We have to become the Earth's weapon. If we fail, everything dies. But if we succeed, she didn't finish. But everyone knew what she meant. They could fight back and save humanity. Just as hope began to settle, the chamber shuddered violently. Alarms echoed in the tunnels. The aliens had launched a direct attack. A massive beam of energy struck the ground near the city above, causing buildings to collapse and streets to split open. Maya grabbed Lien's arm. We have to move. We can't just defend. We have to strike. Lien nodded, his fingers dancing over his console. The heart responded, sending a pulse of energy that rippled to the tunnels and reached the surface. One of the alien ships faltered, its systems failing. Sparks flew from its hull, and it plummeted toward the ground, crashing in a blaze of fire. Aaron's face lit up with awe. It's fighting with us. Yes, Maya said, her voice fierce. But we have to be ready. It won't last long if we don't act smart. The aliens will adapt, and they'll come for this place. We must be faster, smarter, stronger. For the first time since the invasion began, the team felt a glimmer of hope. They had a weapon that the aliens could not understand, a force that was part of Earth itself. But the heart also demanded something, a connection, a trust, and maybe even sacrifices. As the team prepared to move, deep beneath the glowing veins, the heart pulsed once more, almost like a warning. The war has begun. Only the worthy will survive. Outside, the alien ships paused. Something ancient had awakened beneath the ground, something they could not destroy. And for the first time, the hunters were afraid. The heart of the earth pulsed beneath them, a living beacon of hope. Yet, in the quiet of the tunnels, tension ran as high as the energy veins above. Survival had brought the team together, but fear and desperation also made cracks appear in their trust. "We need a plan," Maya said, pacing. "We can't just react. The aliens are learning, adapting. We have to strike back before they find us completely." Aaron nodded. "But how?" "The heart, it helps, but it's not enough. Not alone." Lien frowned, tapping on his console. "I've been studying the energy patterns. There's a way to amplify the heart's power, but it will take a human to connect fully. Whoever does it risks their life completely. The energy, it could burn them out." Silence fell. The team understood. The heart demanded a sacrifice. Someone had to risk everything. Before anyone could speak, a sudden alarm rang through the tunnel. Maya and the others turned to see one of their team members, Yarrick, moving quickly toward the control console. His eyes weren't fearful. They were cold, determined. "What are you doing?" Maya demanded. Yarrick didn't answer. Instead, he activated a secondary signal, one they had never seen. The consoles flickered, and instantly, a swarm of alien drones appeared in the tunnels. Yarrick had betrayed them. "You why?" Aaron shouted, horror in his voice. Jarrick's voice was calm, almost eerily so. "I did what had to be done. The aliens offered me survival and a chance to save my family. You wouldn't understand. I am making the hard choice." Maya's hands clenched into fists. "You've doomed all of us." But there was no time to argue. Drones swarmed into the chamber, scanning, attacking. The team scattered, diving behind walls as energy pulses from the heart shielded them partially from the onslaught. Sparks flew, metal twisted, and the hum of the heart grew frantic, as if sensing the betrayal. "We can't let him stop us," Maya yelled. "We have to finish what we started." Lien stepped forward, trembling. "I can interface with the heart. I can push its energy into the city above, create shields, but it will take everything from me. I might not survive." Aaron's eyes filled with fear. "No, Lien, there has to be another way." Lien shook his head. "There isn't. If we fail, everyone dies." Maya placed a hand on his shoulder. "Do it. We trust you. Whatever happens, we finish this." Lien approached the heart. The glowing veins wrapped around him like threads of light, pulling him into the energy. The chamber shook violently, and a blinding wave of blue-green light shot through the tunnels, reaching the surface. Above the city, alien drones sputtered and crashed. One by one, they fell, sparks flying, engines failing. But the cost was immediate. Lien screamed as the energy burned through him, his body glowing and then fading into nothingness. Maya and Aaron watched in horror, unable to stop him. He did it," Maya whispered. Tears ran down her face. "He saved us all." Outside, the aliens paused again, sensing something they could not comprehend. Their black eyes glowed with confusion and anger. Humans, they realized, were connected to something far greater than themselves. Something alive. Something that fought back with the earth itself. The team gathered, exhausted, shaken, and grieving. But they had won a small victory. The aliens' immediate assault had failed, and for the first time, humanity had a fighting chance. Maya looked at her remaining team, her voice steady but fierce. "We survived, yes, but the war is far from over. We need to be ready. The aliens will come back stronger, smarter, and we'll need more than courage to win." Aaron clenched his fists. "We'll do whatever it takes. For Lien, for everyone." The heart pulsed again, softly this time, as if mourning with them. It had given them a chance, but it demanded more than just bravery. It demanded sacrifice. And the team understood that the cost of survival would only grow heavier as the fight continued. Above ground, the aliens regrouped. Their ships glowed in the night sky, scanning, calculating. They had underestimated Earth and the humans who called it home. And deep beneath the ground, the heart waited, pulsing with a promise. The war had begun, and Earth would not yield without a fight. The city above had become a war zone. But for the first time, humanity was not completely helpless. The heart of the Earth pulsed beneath the ground, sending waves of energy that disrupted alien ships and their deadly drones. Humans were learning to fight, and the aliens were beginning to realize that Earth itself would not surrender. Maya and her team moved carefully through the tunnels, guided by the pulsing blue-green light. The loss of Lien weighed heavily on them, but his sacrifice had given them a crucial advantage. "This is our chance," Maya said, her voice low but firm. "The aliens think they have destroyed us. They think we are weak. They are wrong. We fight smart and we fight together." Aaron nodded, gripping his makeshift weapon. "We hit them where it hurts." Using the energy from the heart, the team began to coordinate attacks. They sent pulses to alien drones, causing systems to fail mid-flight. One by one, drones crashed into the streets, sparking and smoking. Alien soldiers patrolled the ruins, but now humans could anticipate their movements. For the first time, they had hope, but the heart was not limitless. It pulsed faster, almost urgently, as if warning them. Time was short. The aliens were adapting quickly, analyzing the energy patterns and preparing a massive retaliation. Lien's sacrifice had unlocked the first level of the heart's power, but fully activating it would require more energy, more courage. The team debated their next move. "We can't just defend," Maya said. "We have to go on the attack. If we destroy their command centers, we can turn this war around." The tunnels led them to an abandoned research facility, one that had once been a secret military base. Here, they found remnants of human technology, combined with the pulsing veins of the heart. Together, they began to improvise weapons, energy shields, pulse grenades, and traps that could disrupt alien systems. Outside, the alien ships hovered, their black eyes scanning for any sign of resistance. But now, they encountered one unexpected problem. Humans were no longer running. Humans were fighting back. Maya gave the signal. The team activated their devices, sending pulses through the city. Alien drones faltered, beams misfired, and one massive ship spun out of control, crashing into the river with a deafening explosion. Aaron shouted in disbelief. "We're winning!" But victory came with a warning. The heart pulsed violently, and a soft voice echoed in their minds. "Limited time, defend or perish." The humans realized the machines beneath the earth could only sustain their power for so long. If the aliens adapted fully, all would be lost. Maya took a deep breath. "We keep moving. We strike hard. We do not stop." The team moved through the ruins, using tunnels and secret passages to ambush alien forces. Each victory was small but meaningful, boosting morale. Citizens who had survived the initial attacks joined in, forming squads that coordinated with the resistance. Humanity was no longer scattered and terrified. It was united. Above, the alien ships shifted tactics. They deployed new weapons, ones designed to bypass human defenses. Beams of energy cut through buildings, fire spread, and the city shook with explosions. But the heart responded, pulsing stronger, defending humans and amplifying their attacks. Maya watched as one of the alien command ships faltered, sparks flying from its hull. "This is it," she whispered. "The turning point. We show them Earth fights back, and we do it together." Aaron grinned despite the chaos. For Lien and everyone else. The heart pulsed one last time, sending a massive wave of energy through the city. Alien drones fell, ships wavered, and the humans felt the thrill of hope for the first time since the invasion began. But in the depths of space, far above, the aliens were preparing something larger. Their ships rotated, engines glowing brighter, signals flickering across the cosmos. They had underestimated humanity and Earth itself, but they would not give up. The resistance knew one truth. This victory was only the beginning. The war was far from over. And deep beneath the glowing veins, the heart waited, ready to fight again, guiding humanity toward a battle that would decide the fate of the planet. The sky was a battlefield. Alien ships blotted out the stars, their engines glowing like molten fire. Explosions ripped through the city streets, buildings crumbled, and smoke turned the night into a living nightmare. But humans no longer ran. They fought. Maya led her team from the tunnels to the streets, moving with the guidance of the heart. Energy pulsed beneath the ground, sending waves that disrupted alien shields, making their weapons falter. Humans struck strategically, ambushing drones and sabotaging alien machinery. Wherever they could, Aaron fired his pulse rifle, watching a drone explode midair. "We're actually doing it," he yelled, dodging falling debris. Maya's eyes were fixed on the horizon. This is it. Strike their command ship. End this. The heart responded, glowing brighter than ever, illuminating the city with a surreal blue-green light. It seemed alive, moving through the streets, tunnels, and ruins, guiding humans, protecting them, and amplifying their attacks. Alien soldiers adapted quickly, forming tight squads and deploying new weapons. They could read human tactics faster than before, predicting movements, anticipating attacks. But the heart was smarter. It anticipated their moves, creating traps and disrupting communications. "Watch out!" Lien's voice echoed in their memories, reminding them of his sacrifice. The team felt renewed determination. They could not let Lien's death be in vain. Massive explosions rocked the city as humans and machines clashed with aliens. Vehicles were torn apart. Energy beams scorched the streets and the sky burned with light. Every corner, every building became a battlefield. Maya and Aaron reached a collapsed tower, where they spotted the alien command ship hovering above. Its hull was enormous, black and smooth, pulsing with alien energy. This was the heart of their invasion, the source of their control. "We take that down and we end this," Maya said, voice firm. Aaron nodded. "Let's finish what we started." Using the heart's energy, the team created a surge, sending a wave through the streets, disabling drones and striking at the ship's shields. Sparks flew across its surface, and for the first time, the massive vessel faltered. Above, alien reinforcement arrived, their numbers overwhelming. But humans fought with courage and precision. Citizens joined the resistance, forming squads, luring drones into traps, and striking with everything they had. The city had become a fortress, alive with the energy of Earth itself. Maya climbed to the top of the collapsed tower, aiming at the command ship. "Now, Aaron!" she shouted. Aaron activated the pulse device, channeling the heart's energy into a concentrated beam. It hit the command ship directly. The vessel shuddered, sparks flying, then erupted in a massive explosion. Fire and debris rained down, lighting up the city like a second sun. The alien forces faltered, their coordination broken. Humans pressed the advantage, striking with precision and ferocity. The remaining ships and drones fell one by one, unable to withstand a combined force of humans and Earth's energy. For the first time, silence began to return. The sky cleared, smoke rising slowly, leaving the ruins of a battlefield behind. Humans stood amidst the destruction, bruised, exhausted, but victorious. The heart pulsed softly, almost like a sigh. It had fought alongside them, protected them, and now, together, they had destroyed the alien invaders. Earth itself had taken back its home. Maya looked around at her team. "We did it," she said, voice trembling. "We survived and we fought back." Earth has survived. Aaron nodded, tears in his eyes. They underestimated us. They underestimated Earth. Above, in the empty sky, the alien ships were gone. Humanity had won, but the city lay in ruins and the cost of victory was clear. The heart pulsed beneath the ground, quiet now, resting, but ready, and somewhere deep in the cosmos, distant observers took notice. Earth had defended itself with something more than technology or weapons. It had defended itself with the living force of a planet determined to survive. The war was over, for now, but humans knew this. They had awakened something powerful beneath the surface, something alive, and the universe would never forget the fight that Earth had won. The sky was quiet now. Smoke curled from the ruins of cities, and fires burned low in streets that had seen unimaginable destruction. But humans stood tall. They had survived. They had fought. They had won. Maya walked among the survivors, helping the injured, comforting those who had lost loved ones. Her eyes scanned the city, scarred but alive. "We did it," she whispered, voice soft. "Earth survived." Aaron stood beside her, looking up at the sky. "They killed millions," he said, voice trembling. "But we fought back, and we made them pay." Deep beneath the ground, the heart pulsed gently, as if listening. Its blue-green light spread through the tunnels, touching the foundations of cities, whispering strength into the earth itself. It had fought for them, and now it rested, but it remained vigilant, a silent guardian. The humans rebuilt what they could. Old streets were cleared. Survivors found each other, and together they began to reclaim their home. But the memory of what had been lost weighed heavily. 10 million lives were gone. Their deaths burned into the history of the planet. Humanity had learned a hard lesson. The universe was vast, cruel, and full of threats, but Earth had power beyond measure. Maya gathered the remaining resistance leaders in a quiet room, far from the ruins. Maps were spread across the table, and energy from the heart illuminated the chamber with a calm glow. "We survived the impossible," Maya said. "But we can't forget. We must protect what's left. Earth is alive, and now it trusts us. That means we have responsibility. We must be ready if they or anyone returns." Aaron clenched his fists. "They won't dare. Not after what we did." But Maya's eyes were serious. "They may not return immediately, but the universe is larger than we know. We've only faced one enemy. There are more, and some may be smarter, stronger, or more merciless than these." The survivors nodded in understanding. The victory was theirs, but it was not the end. Earth had awakened, and humanity had proven it could survive. That was the lesson they would carry forward. Suddenly, deep underground, the heart pulsed again. A faint signal flickered through the energy veins, distant but unmistakable. Something was out there, far beyond the stars, observing, waiting. The pulse was a warning, or perhaps an invitation. Maya felt it in her bones, a chill running down her spine. "The war is not over," she whispered. Aaron looked at her, eyes wide. "Then we'll be ready." Above them, the sun rose over a battered but resilient earth. The cities were broken, the streets silent, but life persisted. Humanity had survived the slaughter, turned despair into strength, and learned a truth that no alien could ignore. Earth fought back, and it would never yield. And somewhere, far in the cosmos, new watchers took note. A planet had awakened, and it would not be so easily conquered again. The war was over. Humanity had won. But the universe had just begun to take notice. The Earth had survived. Humanity had won, but peace was fragile. Cities were rebuilding. Survivors were recovering, and the scars of war remained everywhere. Yet, beneath the surface, the heart of the earth pulsed with life, a quiet guardian watching over its people. Maya walked through a city now bathed in dawn's light. She had seen horrors no one should endure, but she also knew the strength of her species. Humans had fought impossible odds and survived. But the universe was vast and patient. Deep in space, far beyond the solar system, sensors and signals stirred. Ancient watchers, massive and silent, observed Earth. They had felt the pulse of the heart, a planet defending itself with a force they had never encountered before. On Earth, scientists and the resistance studied the heart cautiously. Its energy had saved humanity, but its full potential remained a mystery, and it had begun to communicate, not in words, but in visions and pulses of energy. It showed glimpses of distant stars, worlds filled with unknown life, and civilizations far more advanced and dangerous than any humans had imagined. Aaron, now more mature and hardened by war, stood beside Maya. "Do you think they'll come?" he asked. Maya's eyes were steady. "They will. The universe is watching. But we are ready. Earth is alive. And humanity will fight." Suddenly, a strange signal pierced the sky, a pulse of energy unlike any they had seen. It came from beyond the stars, direct and deliberate. The heart pulsed in response, brighter and faster, as if recognizing an old threat or a new challenge. Maya clenched her fists. The next war is already beginning. Aaron looked at the horizon, eyes wide with awe and fear. Then we fight again. We survive again. We protect our planet again. The camera of the minds, I could see it all. The stars, the distant civilizations, the watchers who had noticed Earth. They would come sooner or later. But one thing was certain. Humanity, bonded with Earth itself, would not go quietly into the night. The pulse of the heart grew, a living drumbeat echoing across the planet. It was a warning. It was a promise. It was a challenge. Earth had awakened, and the universe had just begun to take notice.